Hey, this is Dr. Steven Yin, aka Dr. Fibro. Today is March 29th, 2014, and this is actually day 10 of my master clients. Now, here's my result from weigh-in this morning. I am at 163.2 pounds and 23.6 percentage body fat. So, in this last 10 days or so, I think I lost about 10 pounds, which I'm actually pretty happy with that. I'm not gonna complain about that, and my energy level has been pretty good. My focus, my concentration, my skin has gotten better. So actually, a lot of things that I set out to achieve, I have pretty much, it's going well. Even my craving for chocolate has, my craving for chips is completely gone. Actually, I still crave sweets, so that's not quite there yet. Now the thing is, because I cheated one day, so this is instead of a 10-day thing, I'm at least gonna go 14 days. I may go longer than that, and I'm actually kind of contemplating that, but I need to kind of modify that a little bit because this is socially really, really awkward. Okay, just because food has been such a big part of our culture these days, like going out with different people and all that. And when people are eating, you're not eating. First of all, it really kind of sucks, but socially, it's just kind of awkward. So I may want to modify that, but at least I have like this is a 14-day thing. Now, this afternoon I do something that's kind of different as well. It is Saturday, so I have more time. So this afternoon, I took a bath basically. Now, yesterday, I talked about balancing the acid and base level in your system, and one way to do that is with basically lemon juice, and that's the big part of the master cleanse. And today I basically took a bath to kind of facilitate that process. Now, as I mentioned yesterday, if you have pain, like if you suffer from fibromyalgia, I'm gonna have a bet with you that your body is acidic. Okay, um, any type of chronic condition, most likely because your body, there's too much acid in your system. And there's a great book called the pH Miracle. Highly recommend that book. Okay, and one way to the way your body get rid of acid is through breathing, and actually your kidney also help balance the pH level in your system. Now, one thing that you can do is make sure that you're breathing properly, which a lot of people don't. Okay, most people, their breathing is too shallow, and a lot of time it's because the diaphragm isn't working properly. Now, there isn't, and when that happens, if you have acid reflux, most likely your diaphragm isn't working properly, because the diaphragm basically, it's like this muscle around this area. It basically clamps down on the esophageal sphincter so that the acid stays in your stomach. So when the diaphragm isn't doing the job properly, the sphincter itself really can't really hold that as well as it should, so the acid really come out of it. Now, one way to really help with that is basically make sure that your ribs are expanding properly, because your diaphragm attached to your ribs. Now, there's an exercise I do give my patients, and that help a lot of patients, is you basically get a towel wrap around you, and when you breathe in, you kind of pull in with the pressure, and that basically resets your ribs basically. Now, I have this exercise in the cheat sheet that I provided for you. You could probably you won't be able to find it in everythingfibromyalgia.com, so go take a look at that if you don't know what I'm talking about. There may be a tab on the Facebook page, so just go look at it. Okay, and so what happened is, if your diaphragm isn't working properly, you're not breathing properly, and because of that, your body isn't able to get rid of the carbon dioxide that's in your system efficiently, and therefore it accumulates your acid level. So one way that I had my patient do is basically I had them take it's really hard to tell people to like take deep breath. It's just, most people don't know how to do that properly, and a lot of times you don't expel your air in your lung as well. So the way I have patients do that is basically I ask them to sing. Okay, when especially you gotta sing like long nose. I learned this from the doctor. I learned it from Dr. David Leaf. He's my mentor, probably the best chiropractor that walk on planet Earth basically. And he I have patients sings Baba Streisand just because, but because Streisand has this really long notes in a song. So basically, just sing. I don't really care if you don't sing well. That's not the point. Nobody has to hear it. You can sing in the car, or you can sing in the shower, that's what I tell a lot of my patients. And do the exercise I tell you about, resetting your ribs, and that helps a lot. Basically, another thing that help with balancing the acid level is taking a bath. Right? The way you do this is you take bath, you put baking soda, or you can put Epsom salt in there. Now, what happened with that is you basically make the tap water alkaline. Right? The way I do this is I put some hot water, okay, in the tub, and I dumping the baking soda, and I get in there. Now, it need to be hot enough, but it can't be too hot, or else like you can't handle it. So basically, I get in there. So it's like only half full, not all the way yet. You get in there, you basically get comfortable with it, make your body get used to it, and then you turn on the tab again. Now you come out. Now you have really really hot water, right? And you want to raise the temperature even more. So basically, it's like cooking a frog. Basically, you want to cook the frog slowly. If the oil is hot, you put the frog in there, it jump out right away. But this is like a very famous experiment by Harvard, basically. But if you like make it hot, make it kind of cool, and then raise the temperature slowly, the frog stay in there, and basically you cooked it, that's kind of nasty, but that's the experiment that basically was done. But so it's the same principle, basically. Basically, the key is you want to have really, really hot water, okay? Because you want to sweat. What usually happens with me is take about 20 minutes or so, and I start feeling like sweat coming out of me, and I'm dripping, and sweat all over my body. And I stay there for an hour. I do a lot of reading. I actually do a lot of my emails and all that in the tap water. So for those of you who are watching this and getting emails from me, that might not be the picture that you want to see, but yeah. Anyway, so the whole point is you want to. So what happened in this process is that because the water in there is alkaline, okay, and I'm sweating, it actually basically help facilitate and sucks the acid out of me, and that's the whole point of this, okay. I guarantee you, I don't care if you have fibromyalgia, if you have constant pain, you could do this, okay? Now, please be careful if you have like high blood pressure, then, you might want to, the water can't be too hot. I don't mean to faint or pass out. Don't do that. Let's be smart about this. I'm going to be reasonable about this. But, like, everybody could really do this. And you take a bath. And, like, you can do this. Take a bath. And I guarantee you, if you do this, take a bath with Epsom salt or baking soda, do it every day for 7 days. I guarantee you will feel better. Okay, there's no if and buts about this because it relaxes your muscle, it helps get the acid out of your system, and so you will feel better that way. So that's a two-way to really help facilitate lowering your pH quickly. Now, if you don't change your diet, if you're still eating a lot of these acid food, and again, in the cheat sheet, it also have a section about what type of food is acidic, what type of food is alkaline. So go check it out. I think it is at everythingfibromyalgia.com. It may be the first download that you can find. But if you're still eating a lot of acidic food, then the acid will come right back. But this is one way to get rid of your accumulated acid in your system away from you quickly. So give it a shot. Take a bath. Like honestly, just like it's a relaxing, comfortable thing. It relaxes your muscle. It helps suck the acid out of you. If you put Epsom salt or baking soda in there, and just sing in the bath, it helps expel more carbon dioxide in you. So it have like all these benefits. So give it a try. Let me know how it works. Just put the comment below if you have any questions or so, and I'd love to hear how this worked for you. That's it for today. This is day 10, and tomorrow, I'm feeling great actually. So this is kind of awesome. Some of you have said that you're doing the same thing with me, and I am super happy for you. I'm not gonna say this will cure fibromyalgia. I'm not that brave to make that claim, but this will make you feel better. So give it a try, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.